Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about specific types of training and what the majority of people actually really need to be focused on. So lately I have been seeing a lot of things on my Instagram feed and my TikTok feed and all of that from coaches who specialize in working with bodybuilders or athletes who are preparing for their season, things like that, which is a completely valid way of training. And I don't want to diminish any of the work that they do because there are people who do need that. I have worked with clients like that in the past. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I do know how to work with them and I have worked with them before. And it is a very valid form of training. But the majority of people don't need that. And here's why. Number one, when you are training for something very specific like that, you have a very, very intense regimen that you need to follow basically 7 days a week, right? Your food, your workouts, what you're doing in said workouts. They're so granular and they're so specific, and they need to be because you're training for a certain thing. But the majority of people want to overall be healthier. They maybe want to lose a little weight. They want to build up their muscle strength. They want to reduce their risk of diabetes or other issues that might run in their family, things like that, right? That is what the majority of people want to do. But when we see these bodybuilders and these athletes on social media, we're like, oh my gosh, they look so good. I want to look like that. But the way that they do it is not sustainable, which is why they don't do it all year round, right? They only do it when they are preparing for that certain thing. And that's why I don't work with those people very often, because I don't like teaching people unsustainable ways to be healthy. I can, but it's not my favorite thing to do. So this is what I tell my clients in terms of generally what type of routine that they want to be in. So number one, you want to have anywhere between 3 and 5 days of physical activity a week, right? When you're first starting out, it's more like 3. And then as you get comfortable and as you get more into it, then it's 4 and then it's 5, right? So anywhere in between 3 and 5 is typically what you want. Number 2, you want to have a mix of strength and cardio. Obviously, when you are training for a specific thing, how much of those things you have, again, is very, very granular. But for the sake of most people, you want a healthy balance of both, right? So a 15 to 20 minute cardio warm up and then 20 to 25 minutes worth of weights, something like that. Obviously, it's not a cookie cutter approach, but generally that's what you want to do because as we've talked about, cardio and weights do 2 different things. So you want to have them both together. That's going to be that magic combo. And number 3, you want to make sure that your meals are balanced, right? So you want to make sure that you've got a carb, a fat, and a protein at all of your meals. If you're starting to work out more, those snacks, depending on what time of day you're working out, they might need to be a little bit more protein-based or a little bit more carb-based. Again, it's based on the person, based on the situation, based on when they're working out, all of that. So I hope that this gives you an idea of what the majority of people need to be focused on when it comes to working out and their nutrition, right? It's not as granular as some of the things that you see online. It can be, but for most people, they don't need to worry about that. So when you're working out and when you're getting your nutrition in check, just remember that you need to work out and eat for the thing that you want, right? And if what you want is to be overall healthier, that's different, right? If you are training for a bodybuilding competition or, you're on season as an athlete, great. Then you want to train and eat a certain way. But if you're not training for that, you don't need to be that granular about it, because I promise you, if you just focus on what your goals are and what you need to do, it's going to be 5,000 times easier for you. So I hope that this was helpful. Drop any questions that you have in the comments and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.